Dublin, Ireland.
Yeah, so we are here for some days to explore some nice nature. We arrived just yesterday and our plan for today is to explore a bit the city and of course later on have some Guinness beer, or what do you think?
Yes, I think it's a good idea. So now we try to explore the city a bit, walk a little bit through the streets here, see what's going on. But of course later, it's already on the schedule, we have to go to a pub and have some nice pints of beer. Yeah, but still too early. I think we have around 12 o'clock, so maybe we wait a bit.
Yeah, we need to spend some energy before getting our reward.
So we're really lucky with the weather because it's November and we are in Ireland, so we expected some rain pouring down, but as you can see it's super sunny. And now we are in front of the Dublin Castle, I think. It's a super nice square. We went through that small gate. Yeah, and let's see what the city can show to us. So this is how the Dublin Castle looks from the inside. We decided not to enter yet because the weather is nice and we want to enjoy the sun a bit. And I think even the entrance hall looks very interesting, and maybe later we will enter. We read that there's an exhibition about 18th century art, and sounds interesting, but not for now. So here another beautiful building, not this one, talking about this here. Something like a tower and a chapel, which is next to the Dublin Castle. I mean, maybe you can see it from the inside when you enter the Dublin Castle, I'm pretty sure you will. And now we are going in the direction of the Temple Bar district.
So far I see that there's a nice mixture between the old and the new things. I'm very curious, it's my first time in Dublin, so yeah, let's walk around.
It's my second time. I was here around 15 years ago, which means I'm very old. I was here with my school. At the end, when you finish school, at the end you always make in Germany a school trip with your class, and we did it to Ireland, to Dublin, and maybe I will see some things, or I will remember some things that I saw before. Could be interesting. Yeah, leaving the area through this nice gate. Going to the main street again. There's some nice narrow streets.
Walking out of the Dublin Castle, you really feel the mix of history and modern city life. These cobblestone streets have seen centuries of stories, and now we're adding ours. As we make our way toward the Temple Bar district, the vibe shifts fast. Suddenly, it's all music, color, and that unmistakable Dublin energy. And here it is, the one and only Temple Bar. Probably the most photographed pub in Ireland, and honestly, it's impossible not to get swept into the atmosphere. Live music spilling out the doors, people from everywhere, and that classic red facade welcoming you in.
We just entered now the famous Trinity College, and here I'm showing you how it looks like. pretty packed today, probably because of the good weather. And over there you can see the famous Book of Kells. We will watch that tomorrow. And I think it's some interesting architecture. This is like a real campus. Yeah, very beautiful.
Yeah, it looks very interesting, and it looks also very alive today because of the weather. Everyone is outside. I'm really curious to see the library tomorrow, but so far, very good impression.
We just left Trinity College, and when you go out you can see here the Parliament of Ireland, also a very beautiful building. And here's a big street that's somehow closed now. Maybe they plan a, I don't know, festival or parade the next days, I don't know. It looks like they're building something. And yeah, now we are going back to the direction of the Temple Bar district, have some food, and we will join a walking tour, as we always do when we go to a new city in a new country. So it's getting colder, but we are still on a walking tour through Dublin. And yeah, it's a very interesting history.
And I think we are now in the more modern part of the city. If you see the buildings, everything looks pretty new and modern. We finished now our walking tour through Dublin, and I think this is also interesting to do because you can get some information from the locals, the people that live here. Sometimes you can see some buildings and you don't really know what they represent, what's behind. So it's really nice to get an overview of the place we're in, and also some tips for where to go, what to do. So yeah, we did now 2 hours and a half, and it was really good. Or what do you think?
Yes, I think we learned a lot. And I also really enjoy these small stories that they tell or these myths. For example, about the guy that had to take care of the English crown jewels here in the Dublin Castle, but then he made some parties and he was drunk and gave the jewels to his friends, and one of them stole it. So we would have never heard about this story if we wouldn't have taken part in these tours. And yeah, this is what I really enjoy about it.
That's cool. So now the evening is starting, although it's only 5:25. We are going on with our strolling around Dublin and discover the Irish night. Ooh.
Yeah, now it's getting cold, so I think we need to enter a pub, eat something, have a pint, and yeah, let's see. So what's the best thing to do in Dublin? Of course, eating, Brazilian food.
Yeah, in case you don't know, there is a huge Brazilian community in Dublin. I don't know exactly how many people, but it's really a lot. There are plenty of Brazilian restaurants, Brazilian supermarkets, Brazilian hairdressers. So if a Brazilian that lives in Europe and is not going to Brazil anytime soon, Dublin is a good place to visit and have access to things that you could get in Brazil.
Very tasty picanha.
Now, excuse me, but I have to try my food as well. Second day here in Dublin. It's a very nice weather, sunny, but don't be tricked because it's very cold. I'm even wearing my gloves. It's quite windy.
It's very cold, but nice. But I think when we walk a bit, then we will become more warm.
Yeah, Yesterday we walked a bit around the city during the evening. There were some events which I think it's very nice that some bands were playing. There were some artists on the streets, and this is very nice because although it was cold in the evening, a lot of people were outside.
Yes, and I also like the music. So there was a band that we listened to, the kind of a grunge post-punk sound, and I really liked it. We even wrote down the name of the band so that we can listen to it later. So yeah, it was a very nice evening, although it was very cold and windy, but with the right clothing it's fine.
Yeah, today we have a few more hours here in the city, so we will explore a bit more. Back to Dublin city center. We made now a different route from yesterday for unpredicted reasons, but at least we could see now some different parts that we haven't seen yesterday. So here is where the city center starts, where the river is. We have the north of the city and the south of the city where the temple bar is. Yeah, there's quite a lot of people. Oh, hi Beauty.
Me.
Quite a lot of people, very alive Sunday. And we are going now to
The Book of Kells.
in the Trinity College, but first we will grab a coffee to start the day properly.
So we just left the Books of Kells experience, and it's totally worth going there. It's super interesting. So first of all, you see the Book of Kells, obviously. Then you can walk through the big library, the so-called long room, and at the end there's a second expedition in the red, something like a red building, where they have some light installations to show what you can see in the Book of Kells. They have some descriptions about the library, and yeah, so now we are leaving the campus, which is super beautiful. I would have liked to study here.
We are now in a place that is a must for a Dublin visitor, which is the Guinness brewery. That's an icon from Ireland, an icon from Dublin. Yeah, we just saw the main gate of the factory there in the back, and here we are seeing a lot of brick buildings that I guess that's where the workers of the factory were living. So yeah, let's see.
Yeah, so we read that the Guinness family built a lot of residential buildings for the workers of Guinness. So I guess these small brick buildings are part of these neighborhoods that were built by the Guinness family. I think it's very interesting because over there you see the gate with the Guinness writing on it, and maybe you all have seen the House of Guinness show on Netflix, and there you can also see this, and super cool to be here.
Yeah, if you haven't seen, we highly recommend it, and it's really interesting to walk in the streets of Dublin and see that they were really an important part of the story. I am not sure how much in the show is really what happened, but yesterday our tour guide mentioned that they were a really important family for the history of Dublin and for the history from Ireland. So here we are.
Generations of scholars poured over these treasure books in the Trinity Collection since 1732. Each book is a portal to another place or a new world, opening up imaginations. The Kells collection arrived from the Netherlands in 1802, bringing thousands of wonderful maps, pamphlets, and botanical illustrations.